What's up, Brandon Smitley here, BrandonSmitley.com, bringing a training log video with commentary week 4, day 3, bench only meet prep, squat and deadlift assistance work, speed/rep day, whatever you want to call it. Back to the lower percentages of the wave for speed work. Went with 12 doubles today on the yoke bar against chains, 3 chains per side. Also mixed up my editing a little bit to save a little bit of time. Cut out the walkouts so you can just pretty much see the squats. I know seeing the walkout 12 times probably is pretty boring, so actually getting to the main work. With the new setup in the garage, able to film from the side a little bit better, which is nice. And squats that usually look high from the back because of the angle, you can see your deepest piss, so that's always good. This bar doesn't help either, considering it keeps me more upright. My depth is 20,000 times better, so really straight bars is probably right where it needs to be. Also tried doing 12 doubles. Normally I usually do 10. Considering my waves are 3-week waves rather than 4, so I tend to do 4-week waves in meet prep and 3-week waves in the off season. Decided to go with 12, and then I think the next week I'm going to be going with 9 rather than 8, and then the last week staying with 6. So I will technically get in 3 extra sets of speed work this wave. Doesn't seem like much, but given that the bar weight's over 300 at the top, I mean that's definitely going to be almost an extra 1,000 pounds of volume per 3 weeks. So add that up over the course of a year, and that's a lot. Speed deadlifts, 4 conventional, 4 sumo on the speed work. On the last set of speed work, I widened my feet out probably, I don't know, maybe 1.5 inches or so. I think I'm going to play around with this, at least on the speed work days, not my actual heavy days. But the bar path was so much shorter, and it looked pretty freaking efficient. So it felt a little bit slow just because I'm nice to have my feet that wide, but I think if I take my speed work and keep it that wide and slowly build my hips up over time, I might be able to widen my stance a little bit. My top workup set here was 385 for 10 against the chains. 2 weeks prior, I did 405 for 6. So this is pretty good progress, I'd say. While the weight's 20 pounds less, got 4 more reps. In 2 weeks, so I'll be taking, I don't know, around like 420 or so. With the same setup for basically max reps. So hopefully I get 6 reps that will tie my 405, but we'll just kind of see what happens. But shows I'm making progress, at least in the lockout and that transition around the knee, which is good, even though it's from the floor. So some more single leg RDLs. I'm probably going to run these with my deadlift days for this duration of the off-season block, at least for squat and deadlift off-season, and see how that goes. Definitely always leaves my hamstrings and glutes a little sore, so just decided to stick with it. Went with the same weight as I used 2 weeks ago as well, just added 3 more reps per set, which by the end of it my hamstrings and glutes were fried, so it was definitely a good progression in that sense. Then moved on to some glute ham hypers. Now that the tattoo is pretty well healed, I can finally put the plate on my back without it worrying about messing up any of the ink. The reason I like it like this is, one, because of the physics. It's the farthest away it can be from the fulcrum, so it's technically the hardest. So if you hold it in your chest or by your abs, it's tremendously easier than this. This also helps me kind of sync my upper and lower back together, keeping it flat and letting that round around the fulcrum around my hips. So I just like the way it feels, but that's just me. Hit some lat pull downs for some extra back work. Ironically, wearing the back shirt, but again, just extra lat work. Find it always helps with my pull, and then considering I'm in a bench shirt, all that extra lat work is going to help come meet day. and some buzzsaw planks to finish off the abs. The weather was kind of all over the place, so garage door went up and down kind of throughout the session. Definitely more spring-like weather, but overall temperature has been rather good. It's made training enjoyable, and it's not been too hot or too cold. That's nice. That's all I've got. Thanks for checking in, and as always, you can keep my training logs over on elitefts.com.